I'm wiped out. And I'm a little bit scared of heights. But I like jelly donuts. And I love jelly donuts so much. That I am willing to climb 28,000 feet to get the last jelly donut in the world. It's fucking cold. I'm one of those lucky kinds, you know those people? They go outside in the middle of the winter and they're totally warm, or they're like the polar bear swimmers, and they go in the Arctic Ocean and swim naked. Yeah, I don't even need gloves. I got my little spiker right here, and I spike the wall of ice, and then I pull myself up like this. And then I find a ledge with my feet, stabilize myself, dig my crazy claws into the side of the cliff, and then I do it again. Pull myself up. I do this for a long time. I don't know. I've been doing this for several weeks. I got a couple other units at my disposal. Sometimes you just gotta take a different approach and a different angle. Turn it around. Pull yourself up. As you can tell, this is quite a muscle workout. I've got another one here. This one's kind of cool. When I can't get the multi-spiked tool into the side of the cliff, I just, and again, you gotta use your upper body, and you pull yourself up, and you stabilize on a ledge. When I found out that there were only 4 jelly donuts left in the world, I grew up on the best jelly donuts in the world. But it's like what happened a few years ago when they made the announcement that Twinkies were no longer going to be made. Well, there was a global initiative to stop making jelly donuts. I've had a jelly donut every day from the time I was like 3 or 4 years old. I vomited when I was having French fries with ketchup, and that was a real kind of trauma for me. And my mother decided she would just give me a jelly donut, make me feel better, and since then I've had one every day. Now there's been a global recall on the jelly donut, and of course that made people crazy, because when you have a one world government, you think the one world government is going to be about controlling people in this kind of macrocosmic significant ways, but it's really about controlling jelly donuts. So I take a break on this ledge here, and I will show you my backpack. I pack light for Mount Everest, incidentally, because I can. I'm one of those people. I don't need a lot. Here, I'll put my backpack down. Here are 3 of the last of the 4 jelly donuts in the world. I don't know if you could see those very good. So I don't know, I don't have a plan so far as to when I'm going to actually eat these 3 jelly donuts. I want to get all 4 jelly donuts before I decide what to do with them. Now those 3 jelly donuts come from 3 different places. One is from the Giza pyramids in Egypt. It was in a chamber underneath where it was like a cavern for the mystery schools of antiquity, and they would do all sorts of initiations down there. to put people in higher states of consciousness, etc. So there's a jelly donut down there. I got that. Another jelly donut was at this little cafe at the top of the Eiffel Tower in Paris, so I got that. And the other one, strangely enough, was tucked away in a submersible at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, of all places. So I went down there and got that. So, aside from the Paris jelly donut, it's been difficult. This is by far the most difficult, though, because I'm not a seasoned climber. And even though I've only got, I don't know, 10 or 15 feet to go, I'm a little worn out. I've been on this ledge for about 3 years. I'm a breatharian. One of the things about being a breatharian is that you're very sensitive to the air. And up here, pretty much highest place in the world, the air is so thin that if you're not a breatharian, you need all sorts of breathing apparatuses to help you actually with your respiration. Me, I'm good because I basically just grew up on jelly donuts and air my whole life. And the air up here is really, really fine. It's like ether or the quintessence. You just have to breathe. And you fill your body with bliss. I feel very close to the celestial bodies up here and the stars in the firmament. Do you hear that? The music of the spheres? I've thought that maybe I would jump off to the top of Mount Everest when I got my 4th jelly donut, because at that point there's nothing greater for me to do with my life. You know how it is. It's a form of materialism. You get the last jelly donut in the world, and you've pretty much satisfied your bucket list. There's nothing else to live for. You've achieved everything else in your life. You just have to get that one last thing. And for me, it's 10 feet away. And it's a little bit of an existential crisis for me, because ever since I've been a kid, I've had a jelly donut every day of my life. And when I was an adult, I started to have coffee with my jelly donuts. But now that I'm 10 feet away from the last jelly donut in the world because of a global recall, and because I've put so much effort into climbing this mountain and listening now to the music of the spheres, and breathing the ether, the highest elevation on the earth, the quintessence is filling my lungs. My whole life feels trivial. My whole life feels like I've just been grasping after objects. That grab. You know the grab. Ugh. Right here in your heart. I mean, can you imagine what it would be like for you? All your life you've had something, and then all of a sudden it's pulled away from you and you have a chance to have it again. But once you have it again, you really don't know what to do, what you're gonna do with your life, because it has no more meaning. I am 10 feet away from the last jelly donut in the world. I'm at the top of the world. I'm kind of freezing, but I'm alright. beautiful up here. It's like I'm surrounded by angels. Do you know, long trumpets that they keep blowing these horns. That one. You'd think that I'd wake up and cease all this grasping after the final jelly donut in the world. I'm at the top of the world. I can hear the music of the spheres and the cacophony of the angels, the symphony of the stars. The thought of what I will do with my life after I get the last jelly donut. I want to throw myself from this ledge right now. Not even get my jelly donut. You know how that is. You know life can't be greater than the dream of life. We often just have a dream in order not to fulfill it, but always keep it away at arm's length, or in this case, 10 feet up. It's not even 10 feet. I can reach the jelly donut right now if I want to. That's the thing. I'm lying to myself even now at the top of the world. I can grab the jelly donut. I can put an end to the dream. But if I fulfill or satisfy my dream at the top of the world, what's left? All the jelly donuts on the planet are in my backpack. And I have no choice but to hurl myself from this mountaintop and crush my body in the gorge below. And what then? What happens to my soul when I've flung it from a mountaintop because I'm scared of my destiny? I'm scared of procuring the last jelly donut. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? I mean, it's fucking freezing up here, so it's fine. There's probably not too many microorganisms inside of it, but that is definitely a bitten jelly donut. Someone else's fucking cooties right up here. Question is, was it an angel? An angel took a bite. This is now angel's food. This is what happens when you defer your dream. Someone takes a bite out of your jelly donut. This is a dream deferred. Question is it worth anything to me now that it has? Now I really want to throw myself from this rock ledge. The one thing I lived for. The one thing that got me out of bed in the morning has a fucking bite in it. This is the last jelly donut in the world. It still has that smell. Powder. This is not snow on top. This is actually confectioner's sugar. It's real power. It's real power. It's real powder and real power. I can smell the breath of whoever took a bite. It's still here. I know who bit into this. I know who bit into this. I bit into this. I can smell my own breath. This is the first jelly donut I ever bit. I don't know how it got at the top of the world. I bit this jelly donut before I was born. And now I'm going to give it to you. Here, take it. And now I'm going to leap from this rock face. And I'm going to fly. And I'm going to be born again.